Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be taking on the Submarine challenge, so let's get started. Now, if you want the materials that are suggested for this lesson, those materials are posted right here. But you'll notice that the materials that I have are not exactly what's on the list because I just found a bunch of stuff around my house that fits the description of what the materials are needed. So all that I need is a bunch of light and heavy materials as well as a container that can be sealed. And you want the container to be smaller than the container that is holding the water. That's all that you really need for this experiment. So I have a bunch of Skittles, some Crazy Bones, a key with a lock on it. I've got a candy cane here, all sorts of craziness, just so that way I have some light and heavier materials for my submarine challenge. Now, before we go any further in our experiment today, I want to teach you guys a new vocab term, and that is something called density. It's going to be important in our experiment today. Density is the mass of an object, how much it weighs, as well as its volume, how much space it takes up. Those two things combined together create an object's density. Now, water itself has its own density, the space that it takes up and how much it weighs. Already, water just itself has its own density. Now, if you have an object that is less dense than the water itself, that's what makes an object float. At the same time, if that object is more dense, do you know what's going to happen? It's going to sink. But here's the trick. If an object is the same exact density as the water itself, what do you think will happen? Well, you guessed it. Today, we're going to be using our submarine challenge to test all three of these ideas. We're going to try to make a submarine that is less dense than the water, a submarine that is more dense than the water, and a submarine that is the exact same density and therefore it will float in the middle of the water. It will stay not on the top and not on the bottom. So those are our challenges for today. Now I'm going to start off by doing the lighter density challenge. Now the simplest of the three challenges is finding a way to make the object less dense than the water so that way it will float. The reason why I say it's the easiest is because that task is pretty much already done for you unless your submarine is incredibly massive. Because with this container, even without putting the lid on it, I know that it's already going to float. It's less dense than that object. But even if I was to put something small in it, like my candy cane right here, and I put my container back on top, the object is still going to float. So I have completed challenge 1. Let's see about doing challenge number 2. Now challenge number 2 is a little bit trickier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make my submarine more dense than the water itself, meaning that it's going to have a greater mass, greater volume, and therefore it should sink all the way to the bottom right away. So let's see how I do. So what I did was I put a bunch of Crazy Bones, these are just little toys that I had in my closet, and I'm going to close these guys up and I'm going to see what happens with my Crazy Bone test to see if this will end up sinking right away. So let's see. It did not. This object is still floating. So even with the extra mass put in from my Crazy Bones, you can see it is leaning a little bit, but the water is still more dense than my submarine. Now, since my Crazy Bones didn't work, I'm trying to think of a smaller object that has a greater mass. Because just because something's small doesn't mean that it doesn't weigh a lot. And I thought of coins. So if you have any change in your house, this could be a great tool to use for this experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my submarine up with a bunch of different coins. Now, this is far heavier than what I had before. Even though it took up the same volume, the same space, the coins itself have a greater mass. So when I drop this in, you can see it sunk straight to the bottom. It is not floating at all. Now, challenge number 3 is the toughest. You have to go about finding that perfect sweet spot of not too dense, but not dense enough. You want to find that middle ground to where your object is going to float right in the center of your water because it's the exact same density as the water itself. So I'm going to test out a couple theories and see what comes up. I want to show you guys my progress so far. I'm so close. I have a mixture of coins and Crazy Bones in here. And look it is so close to being the same density, but there's a little bit more weight that's pushing down on one side. So I'm very close. I can feel it. Eureka! I have done it. And if you don't believe me, here's a picture from the side view of my container to prove that this container is the exact same density as the water itself because it's not touching the bottom or the top of the water. So that is submarine challenge number 3. Hey, science is pretty cool, right? Now, with that said, I hope that you guys have fun experimenting with your own miniature submarines and see if you can complete all 3 challenges. Now, when you're finished, I would love to see some of the creations that you've designed and proof that you can do all 3 challenges, so be sure to send me some pictures and videos my way. I hope you guys have fun with this experiment. We will see you guys very soon.